Ever opened your fridge, found a mysterious Tupperware, and thought, that smell could knock out a small village? Thousands of years ago, someone looked at that questionable, curdled lump and thought, hey, I'll eat it. And just like that, boom, cheese was born. Yep, the gooey, melty magic that makes pizza irresistible and salads slightly less sad was probably the result of one ancient foodie's reckless curiosity. What's the story behind the totally accidental and kinda weird invention of cheese? Let's find out right here on History of Food. Let's rewind to a time before cheese. No brie, no cheddar, no mozzarella sticks at 2 a.m. Humans were just starting to figure out agriculture. Domesticated animals like sheep, goats, and cows were more about wool, meat, and milk. Milk itself was a precious resource, but it came with a problem. Without refrigeration, fresh milk spoiled fast. So if you didn't drink it right away, you were left with a sour, clumpy mess. Not exactly the Instagram aesthetic. But somewhere, historians think in the Middle East or Central Asia, this milk problem led to an edible miracle. Here's the most popular theory. Ancient travelers carried milk in containers made from animal stomachs. This wasn't because they were being weird, it was just practical. Animal stomachs were watertight, durable, and readily available if you just had a big feast. The twist? Those stomachs naturally contained an enzyme called rennet. When milk sloshed around inside these containers, especially in the hot sun, the rennet caused it to separate into solid curds in liquid whey. Now, imagine the scene. You're a tired traveler. You take a sip of your milk and, surprise, it's lumpy. Do you spit it out? Probably. But eventually, curiosity or hunger wins. You taste it. It's tangy, it's rich, it's not spoiled. It's something entirely new. And just like that, cheese was born. Once people realized that this transformation wasn't just edible but delicious, they started experimenting. Different milks, goat, sheep, cow, different climates, different methods. Some cheeses stayed soft and fresh like early ricotta. Others aged into hard, sharp blocks that could last months. For ancient societies, cheese was a game changer, turning perishable milk into a portable, long-lasting, protein-packed food perfect for farmers, travelers, and warriors. Cheese didn't just stay in one place, it traveled. Traders, nomads, and conquerors spread the secret across continents. The Egyptians were making cheese as far back as 2000 BCE. Archaeologists have even found remnants of it in ancient tombs, because apparently you can't enter the afterlife without snacks. The Romans took it to another level, standardizing recipes, aging processes, and even having dedicated cheese kitchens. They were basically the first artisanal cheese influencers, minus the charcuterie boards for Instagram. As cheese spread, it adapted to local tastes and environments. In colder climates, harder cheeses like cheddar and Gouda became popular because they stored well. In warmer regions, fresh cheeses like feta and paneer thrived. Cultures started adding herbs, spices, and even mold to create new flavors. That's how we got blue cheese, which, let's be honest, probably took a very brave first taster. Over time, cheese stopped being just food and started becoming an identity. Certain cheeses became tied to specific regions: Parmesan from Parma, Roquefort from France, Manchego from Spain. Laws and traditions emerged to protect these cheeses, turning them into cultural treasures. In medieval Europe, monasteries became cheese innovation hubs. Monks had the patience, time, and, let's face it, the beer supply to experiment with aging processes. Many famous European cheeses, like Port Salut and Limburger, owe their existence to bored monks with a lot of milk on their hands. Behind the scenes, cheesemaking is really just controlled spoilage. You take milk, encourage certain bacteria and enzymes to work their magic, and voila, curds and whey. The curds get pressed, salted, and aged, developing flavors and textures over time. Different bacteria strains create wildly different results. Some give you mild mozzarella, others give you funky gorgonzola. Temperature, humidity, and time are all part of the secret recipe. It's part cooking, part chemistry, part wizardry. Fast forward to today and cheese is everywhere. From dollar store shredded cheddar to wheels of artisanal brie that cost more than your monthly internet bill. Industrial cheesemaking has made it affordable and accessible, but artisanal cheesemakers still carry on the traditions from thousands of years ago. Cheese hits all the pleasure buttons: salty, savory, fatty, sometimes sweet or sharp. It pairs with everything from bread and wine to fruit, or just straight from the fridge in your pajamas. More than food, it's a social spark. Whether on a cheeseboard at a picnic or melted in a rainy day grilled cheese, it makes moments richer. So what's the takeaway? Cheese wasn't the result of some master plan. It was an accident, born out of practicality, curiosity, and probably a little desperation. And yet that accident changed the way humans ate, stored food, and enjoyed flavor. Without it, we'd have no mac and cheese, no cheeseburgers, no cheesecake. Honestly, a world without cheese sounds like a dystopia. So the next time you're savoring a slice of pizza or nibbling on some sharp cheddar, take a moment to thank that ancient traveler who accidentally curdled their milk. They didn't know it, but they were about to make human history a whole lot tastier. And that's the beauty of it. One messy, milk-curdling accident shaped centuries of food and culture. From ancient trade routes to midnight fridge raids, cheese has fed and delighted us in ways those first travelers never imagined. Here's to happy accidents, brave bites, and the truth that sometimes the best things come from a little spoilage. Thank you for watching.